Yeah. What it do, y'all? I know I haven't spoke to y'all in a while. It's been a while. It's probably been like 2 weeks, maybe even like 3, right? I haven't spoke to y'all. I'm gonna try to speak to y'all. Yeah, y'all seen just in a bit of me showing that, right? Tell me, y'all see that? And I've been on the same live. There's another one below it also. I want y'all to peep. Well, you can't peep on camera, but there's another one that's below. You can kind of see it. You see it? It's another one that's below that second one, right? And I just want to tell y'all, y'all seen how fast the other one came out? Because right when I started this video, I showed one of them, and y'all seen how fast that other one just came out just now. Y'all seen that? That's confirmation, right? You know what I'm saying? I told you I haven't been live. I haven't spoke to y'all, right? I haven't spoke on anything specifically. No sun talk. I haven't spoke on anything. I've been just staying calm. I've been protecting my energy, right? But it's a lot that I want to talk with y'all about because it's a lot. I don't even know if right now is the best time, but I just wanted to touch base with y'all to let y'all know with all the attacks that's going on with me specifically and individually. I still been keeping my energy up to par. You know what I mean? As far as the code, you know what I mean? The code is like a whole attack. Like I'm so traumatized by the code, I just think about it completely different. But it's a lot that I'm gonna speak to y'all about. You know what I mean? But I just want y'all to keep y'all head high. You know, protect y'all energy. There's a lot of distractions right now, right? That's taking place amongst everybody. This is literally causing a lot. It's causing a lot, right? But one thing that y'all got to remember, you know, it's a lot of us that was telling y'all where we was gonna be at, and you know, down to your T with everything. Even how much they're spraying the skies. Like my mom was talking to me earlier, she was saying they're spraying the skies so much, and everybody's just acting like everything is everything, like they don't even see it in the sky and stuff, you know, or nothing is going on amongst that and stuff. I'm just like, of course they're gonna do that, you know. But I just been trying to be my best self. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've been going through like my Lord mix and stuff like that. You know, but you know, I can't even say I'm trying because I'm here. If I wasn't trying, I wouldn't be here right now. You get what I'm saying? But there goes another one. So y'all know, like I'm not telling y'all no lies. All of a sudden, it's crazy. I'm not even. I'm starting to feel like if I really start talking about certain stuff that I'm about to talk with y'all about, I really feel like in that moment of me just talking on these topics and just bringing them up, hella more will start just popping up in the sky all in front of me. I feel like just by when I first started this live, and I haven't started speaking on anything, and the one that popped up, and then the other two that popped up, right? You feel me? This is like something very serious right now. Now, I want to talk with y'all, but I'm not even gonna front. Like, I'm my central nervous system is going through a lot right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Y'all, even off of getting back with my son and everything like that, you know? Yeah, like it's 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 wild, you know, the excuses that people make towards like real reality, right? There goes another one. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I haven't even. I'm not gonna go crazy on this live and talk about the topics yet. I'm gonna wait. I just wanted to tap in with y'all because they wasn't even. I was here like the whole time. They wasn't even spraying the skies this much, but I just got on here. I just got on here, and now they just going crazy. They just spraying, you know. Because I'm gonna break it down specifically of what I mean. Because it's something that I thought about today, right? And without me actually saying it, without explaining it to y'all, it might sound like I'm being cocky or arrogant or something like that. But I swear to God, I'm not, right? Now, it's certain stuff that like, I feel like I might have pointed it out, but let me point it out right now. There's nobody else in the DMV area that talks about genetics. There's not one person in the DMV area in DC, Maryland, and Virginia that talk about genetics and how we're all not one human race and like the foundation in which what we live and deem as regular reality and all of that shit, right? Nobody else has done that with a relentless spirit and defiant with catching whatever came with that shit. Nobody has done that, right? Even other people that I even listen to and I have respect for, right? They're not in the area that I'm in. I'm the only one that's in this area, right? So I already know how powerful it is for me to be in this area with the information that I have and the heart that I have, regardless of my financial situation, right? You know, like, it's been a lot of attacks on me, you know, stuff that like I'm not even gonna speak on here. You know, a lot of attacks on me that I want to say, but it's not worth for me to say. It's for me to stay strong and still stay steadfast, or else I wouldn't even have got here, right? Let's be real. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and make it seem like something that it's not, or that I'm some great, you know, prophecy speaker or anything like that. Some of us have just been chosen in certain ways to come about getting into information that's associated with all of us faster than other neuromelanated beings for specific reasons, right? You know, I know that one of the biggest reasons why a lot of our anatomy isn't changing, not just due to our eating habits, but it's due to the selfishness that a lot of us have, you know, or even towards each other or anybody for that matter. You know, very few people in the time that we live in is very selfless, y'all. You hear what I'm saying? Very, very few people. You know, most people, you know, get certain things that they like. They don't even care about sharing it. You know what I'm saying? Like the world that we live in. Most people weaponize stuff, whatever that would be, right? That they know that another person doesn't have for them comparing themselves to that person if they're not already right inside, right? We see that every day, right? I hope y'all taking care of yourself. You feel me? All things, what it is, all things, what it is, all things. You know, shout out UK. You know, all things been rocking with me for a while, you know? And he's seen a lot with me and everything like that. You know I want to shout out all of my subscribers, you know, because I know my subscribers has been growing. And like I said, I haven't went live. I haven't went live in probably like almost like 3 weeks, almost a month. And my subscribers have went up in thousands, you know, without me even going live and talking about anything. You know what I mean? Specifically and stuff like that. So shout out my new subscribers. I know it's a lot of my new subscribers that don't know me, what I stand for, or what I'm about. You know, so I'm gonna just kind of reintroduce myself for a lot of my new followers. Like, so I study genetics, right? In connection to your changes that's taking place on the planet right now, and whose DNA is affected, you know, for better or worse. These are the main things that I talk about, you know what I mean? And I speak about it because I have a caring heart, right? I already don't have no friends, you know what I'm saying? So I know women aren't looking for me, but put it like this. Women look at me every day and be wanting to fuck on me every day, but a lot of women won't offer my financial situation because, you know, that's all most women care about these days is money. You know, they don't even care about where a man's going to help him achieve that. A lot of people, and this generation, like the modern times we live in, and how a lot of people are affected, you know, and that's a big problem with this world, you know. You know, you gotta let people be people at the end of the day, you know. So like with these changes that's taking place with the sun right now, look, y'all, they spraying the skies even more. I'm telling y'all, the whole time I was here, they wasn't even spraying the skies. But I'm gonna say this because I was explaining it to my mom, so I'm gonna kind of explain it to y'all right now, right? Y'all, so like literally, all right, so like I was just telling y'all, nobody in the area has talked about genetics, how I've talked about it. You know what I'm saying? Whether they're homeless, have money, don't have money, none of that. Nobody speaks on that. And with everything that I've been saying that's going forward, right? One of the main ways how I know that a lot of y'all watch my videos, whether if y'all want to validate it or not, is because my subscribers are still rising. You feel me? And my subscribers haven't stopped rising. Like I'm almost like at 5,000 right now. I remember when I just started, and I didn't even, and I was telling bro, like I'm like, damn, when I get to 5,000, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this. And I didn't think that shit was even gonna happen that fast, you know? And I'm just grateful for y'all, you know? See, one of the things is, I'm gonna tell you, I'm financially struggling, right? But where I'm at in the area, it's so crazy to me that people are still trying to weaponize money situations as far as when they see somebody struggling, you know, and try to inflict pain, even besides them not helping a person with where we're at right now and what's taking place on the planet. Basically, what I'm saying, the consequences that people's DNA is facing right now, whether they're aware of it or not, if you have animal DNA, is due to how I'm treated. And that's the one thing that everybody haven't figured out yet, you know? That's all good. Thank you for answering me, bro. I asked 3 people, they ignored me. That guy in there ignored me. You didn't ignore me, bro. Probably because you black, you didn't ignore me. Enjoy. Make sure you get a lot of sun. You the sun in the flesh like me, bro. Yeah, you know, like I'm one thing about me, y'all, and y'all gonna notice about me is I'm so defiant, right? Like I don't judge. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't judge myself from a financial standpoint if I'm struggling, knowing what this system has been designed against me and every other black male and our whole species. You feel me? Like that's why I don't like I would never feel less than off of some shit that I shouldn't even be capitulating in. You get what I'm saying? And not only that, but they have to enforce it. And they have to still make new ways to have their foot on my neck so my brother and sister thinks that this shit is sane and that she should still connect herself to this shit. You get what I'm saying? I would never feel low about that. Now, most of the people that try to make me feel low, if they can either tell that I'm struggling financially or in a way if I ask them, I'm not saying everybody that if I might need help I might need help, I ask that if they can't help me, that they're purposely not trying to help me. I'm not trying to say that. I know what we're living in. We're damn near in a recession right now, right? Let me show y'all again. Y'all see how they spraying? They wasn't even spraying like this. Wherever I'm at, y'all, wherever I'm at, let me remind y'all, you read between the lines. Wherever I'm at, they always start spraying above me wherever I'm at. Everywhere. You know what I mean? Everywhere. You know? I swear to God, y'all. And this is something that I got videos in my phone to prove it and everything, but I don't talk about. I just know what's going on. You feel me? And let me remind y'all, ain't nobody else in Northern Virginia talking about this type of shit, you know, but nobody has disputed what I said either. You feel me? And where I'm at, with or without validation, you know, I don't let these people break me, and I'm going to make it to the last of this system crashing that I know that's been designed against me, right? You know, this is where we're at with it. So all my neuromelanated beings, protect your energy. You know what I mean? Protect your energy. Don't be provoked off the last of this system set up of these people living off the genocide in which this foundation was built on. We know that they're going out like the Titanic, just like the, you know, playing the song as the whole ship falls. You can't get mad at them for that. You got to just accept them for their genetic makeup and the animals that they share DNA with, for the characteristics and traits in which they're going to display. You feel me? Hear me clearly when I tell y'all this. You can't take it personal. You can't get fired up or want to attack them for some shit that they've been doing ever since they've been on the planet. You know, whether they admit it or not. You feel me? You just got to just see it for what it is, and have empathy and compassion for them, for you know what I'm saying, and understand that their anatomy is shut down right now. But that's all they can do is try to provoke us on their way out. You feel me? And you got to just respect that. You know, we can't let these people get you out of order where we're at right now, y'all. And that's the one main thing that I've learned from like all of this, because you got to think about it. I'm in the most entitled, self-absorbed, stuck-up place that anybody can be in, y'all. You feel me? More than any place, you know. Like even y'all out in Cali, a lot of them bougie places, like in like Hollywood, on the West Coast and shit. I guarantee y'all, them people aren't more stuck up in Hollywood than the people out here in Fairfax County. I guarantee it, y'all. I guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee it. So it's like I know the energy, and I've dealt with it from even within jobs, losing jobs, being on people's properties. Like I've dealt with all of it, right? You know, even within how I move out here, it's a certain way how I move out here, and I know how to move because I know what's out here and I know what's been done to me. You get what I'm saying? So I got to move in a certain way. This ain't the live where I'm going to talk about specific topics. I ain't even going to front. I'm just tapping in with y'all, just giving positive energy out to the world, because I know it's needed with a lot that's taking place right now. Hold up real quick, y'all. You know, like where we're at with it, y'all. You hear what I'm saying? This is like the fall of Babylon, right? You know, so you got to realize what's going on. You know, ma'am, you think you could spare anything for a smart trip at all? She Asian, bro. But yeah, like I said, man, I value y'all. You know, keep your energy high. I'm not going to tell y'all no shit that I wouldn't tell myself, right? With the level of toxicity that's trying to be protected, whether it's fear, the reason is irrelevant, because it's certain stuff that should have everybody moving different, but you see the psychological damage, right? So the main thing that I tell everybody, even a human being, because I know it's a lot of y'all that are frustrated off of what your own people are still trying to hold on to from a collective. You might be a white person and it's like, man, I don't want to stand for this shit no more. This shit is fucked up. All of that, right? You might be like that, but in the back of your mind, you feel me? You got to understand what's been done, you know? You got to understand what's been done. These people are still spraying the skies right now. Look at this shit, y'all. That's all that they trying to do is just spray them skies, you know? Another one. They all popped out over here. The whole time I was here, y'all, wasn't none of these Jones popping out. And I wasn't even going to get on my live. And then as soon as I get on my live, mind y'all haven't got on my live, all of a sudden they start spraying the skies and shit. And y'all seen from when I first started the video, and then not even 3 minutes, and how all of them just started popping up out of nowhere. And I'm not even going to talk about the topics that I need to talk to y'all about right now because of all of that. There go another one. You feel me? This shit crazy, y'all. Look at this shit. All of a sudden they just popping up and shit. You know, it's real. This shit is real with our species, y'all. What's really going on, and the changes and how it's having people act and shit. How's the stuff that is causing, right? No, but I was sidetracked. Enjoy the rest of your day, God. It's peace, power, abundance to you. Cost nothing to show love to your brother and sister. You know, just letting you know. It's the reason why we in this shit right now, y'all, because we still don't even get it. I tell y'all all the time, a black person that can't reciprocate just general love, or it takes a superficial, materialistic, a certain occupation and stuff to just show a general respect for their brother and sister, those are the most dangerous people on this planet. They more dangerous than the complex cell organism, y'all, because they're the biggest show of the damage that's been done to us, you know? For real, y'all. They the biggest ones. They the biggest ones. I'm telling y'all no lies. You know? If I was disrespectful, I would have put her on camera just now, but I ain't put her on camera because I know that she's like, her being in that state of mind of not having a general respect. The reciprocate positive energy in general doesn't cost nothing, but with the state of us and what's been done to us and what we're living in, the docile state that we're in, for us not to have a general respect for each other, it screams the psychological damage that has been done. I'm gonna just say that, y'all. You know, it costs nothing to show love, you know? For real, for real. Yeah, y'all. No, it's a beautiful time. You know what I mean? Where we at right now. It's the last of it, you know? That's why it hurts so bad. You know, the provoking, the instigating, you seeing everything for what it is, but stuff still trying to be presented like it's not what it is. All of that is the most is supposed to get you to be reactive, you know? But the main thing that you got to do is just keep your patience around amongst all this abuse that's been done to us and people are still trying to do, you know? You can't be reactive to this shit. The most I'm going to do is get on here and I'm just going to go in nature, you know? Cuz I know my son is handling all of it and I know what's been done to us, you know? It's like you see a lot of times people will cry their little fake ass tears like they care and shit. But yet they won't bring awareness to them. These people are evil, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I wish death on all of these people. Niggas can say whatever the fuck they want to say about me, but I'm gonna be here for this shit to crash though. Best believe. I'm gonna be here for this shit to crash. And but this shit brings me so much anger. It brings me so much anger and rage. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, some people might disagree with me. Like, my heart is hurting now just thinking about it, right? I I don't want to go on a killing spree in the physical. Like, I kind of want to die. I kind of want to die and leave my vessel and then just start fucking this whole shit up. Even if I don't come back again, I don't even care for that shit. Just because I know people is trying to play with it and hold up the hostility in which this shit brings about. You feel me? You know, it's so fucked up. And like the it's like people want to see us reactive, you know? But I'm gonna say it like this. I'm not saying that violence is the way, because violence isn't the way. It's just learning genetics, right? But I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be completely real with y'all. You know, with a lot of the damage that's been done, and how this is affecting all children, and people are still acting like everything is everything. You know, violence might be the only way. I mean, I know Mother Nature's doing it. I know that for a fact. But I'm just saying, and this is regardless of genetic makeup, if people got on the tip to get violent about what's happening with children, to go about it, I would be right with them. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I would. I would. I would. And I would be on the front line for children ready to die about that shit. But violence isn't the answer, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying though, y'all. I'm just saying. You know, because you really gotta think about the damage that's been done. You get what I'm saying? It's really bad. You know, I got videos on YouTube of me having people on 988 admit their destruction towards like what's going on with children and act like children aren't even a problem. You get what I'm saying? Like children don't even care. And you would think like a video like that that's so upfront and straightforward, like it would get a lot of views. But people don't care about children like that. You know? And that's the shit that hurts my heart mainly around all this, that the lack of awareness of caring for children that people really have, and it's showing so much in so many different ways right now, y'all. That's probably what fucks with me the most and probably makes me want to crash out when I think about that for children's sake. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You know? Hey, excuse me, ma'am. By any chance, I didn't mean to interrupt you or anything. Would you happen to be able to spare like anything at all on card or on like Cash App or Venmo towards like a smart trip, or any spare car change if you have anything at all, ma'am? All right, definitely understand. Enjoy the rest of your day. You know? This Asian lady was just pointing at me. I'm like, I'm just making sure she wasn't on a certain type of time. You know? Man, by any chance on your way out, you think you could spare $7 towards a one-way on a smart trip at all? Definitely, I have card if you could help, but definitely understand. You know, it's like that, right? Like I would get offended, but I know people can only understand life from their point of view. So I'm not mad at someone for thinking I don't have a card because I'm going through a financial struggle. It's all love, you know. I appreciate that. I like thank you. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day too. You and your family. Peace, power, abundance, y'all. Man, I think Goddess just helped me just now. I don't want to get it confused, but I think she's either Ethiopian or or Somalian, one of them I think, or I could be wrong, but she just helped me, you know. But you know what's so crazy, right? I'm gonna tell y'all. Obviously, like, I'm doing what I can for myself, right? It's some stuff with my son that, like, I got accomplished and stuff that also caused me frustration around, like, dates and stuff, and just how long I've been fighting for my child, right? You know, in courts, they stretch out stuff like months and stuff, but in how they stretched out a situation with me, I know that they did it on purpose around, like, my son's birthday coming up and stuff like that. You know, I'm not gonna touch too much on it, but it's crazy around the damage that's already been done off the separation of me that's already taken place with my son, like me and his relationship, that they would do that, you know. But regardless, you know what I mean, I got the summons. I'm grateful, right? I'm very grateful, and regardless, I know that I'm gonna see my son. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, right now, I'm not, even if I miss this another birthday around it. The reason why I'm not tripping about it, I'm not gonna say I am tripping about it, but the reason why I'm just like, it's whatever, is because y'all got to think about it. You know, when I was first trying to get with my son and everything, and find out stuff off of how stuff played out, I didn't even know if that son was my son. I had to get a DNA test and everything, and I didn't know her address or anything, how she set up stuff. So it was like a lot of loops that I had to jump through to even get her address, and I had to hire a private investigator. I had to do like a lot of wild stuff. And imagine doing all of this stuff to locate your child when it's like you're already, you know what I mean, living outside, and you're literally at bare one. So I'm saying that to say, the fact that they stretched that shit out and I'm going to miss my son's 6th birthday, it is what it is, because at the end of the day, I know that that's my son for a fact, DNA wise, and I know it's nothing else that can come between once this court date. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know now it's like I'm just going to see my child, and she's not going to be able to come in between it. You know what I mean? And I got this little app called like App Close or something like that. It's sad, but I'm going to have to have them, you know, because the damage has been done and the time that's been missed. Once I start getting back in my son's life, I can't allow, off of her psychological state, that I can just feel to make it more time that I missed from my child. You get what I'm saying? But even the damage that's caused me mentally, even for me to do regular stuff, even as far as just taking care of myself properly around the mental damage, like I can't allow to take another chance like that. And that's sad, because I have a type of heart where I would, but due to my son's sake, I can't take it. You get what I'm saying? Because it's not about me, it's about him. You know, I can deal with the hurt again or whatever. You know, what's been done, I don't think I can be hurt anymore. But my son, he doesn't need to be separated from me any more longer around the courts and all of this that she created. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I'm on a whole different vibration with it. I'm just trying to I'm not gonna lie though, I am fighting suicide still though. You know, shit, my friend almost OD'd on me yesterday, drinking on his Xanax. I'm gonna be real. You know, I'm gonna be real, y'all. But it's like, I don't care how crazy I am, I'd rather put it like this. I'd rather everybody think I'm crazy before I crash out and I allow people to make me reactive. You know, like, that's one thing that I can't be. I can't be a reactive person when I know what I'm living in. And I know that people are trying to use my realization of understanding genetics and what's been done to us as neuromelanated people to make me feel like I'm crazy just because I'm struggling financially. You get what I'm saying? You see how they try to connect both the things like that? Like, I'm too smart for that. So it's like, I can't allow people to play that mental game with me, you know? But, you know, maybe some years ago, I would have been reactive like that. But me now, nah, you know? And I feel like that's the greatest thing that would have happened to me, of me understanding genetics, understanding DNA, even without the changes that's taking place on the planet now, for better or worse, depending on people's DNA. Like, just being aware of just how everything unfolded. I'm just grateful, y'all. I'm grateful I'm the son in the flesh. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm grateful I come from a black woman at the end of the day. That's the greatest present that anybody could give me, like, more than anything. You know what I'm saying? More than anything. All this other shit, it's not even real. You feel me? All of this other shit is not even real. And y'all tell me I'm lying. Look at how they spraying these skies, y'all. Look at this shit. Y'all And it's like I'm not even talking about the topics yet. And look how they spraying this guy. I'm not even talking about the topics, y'all. But y'all see that shit? And that's a plane. That's a plane. If you could, let me see if y'all can see. It's a lower plane up there, so you can really see the plane. But my phone can't catch it right now. I don't know why. But there is actually a plane up there right now. You feel me? And I'm not even talking about the topics heavy. And y'all see, you feel me? Telling y'all, that shit is a real thing. Telling y'all no lies. You know? I'm telling y'all no lies, man. This is one of them things. It's one of them things where you gotta protect your energy. You gotta stay positive. You feel me? You gotta do whatever you gotta do to make it to the next day, as long as it's not hurting someone and what or anything in what this system has designed for you to go crazy and max the fuck out. You can't do that shit. But I'm telling y'all, as a black man, am I understanding? Y'all don't understand how I feel about what's wrong and what's right and certain stuff that's happening amongst us. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, excuse me, goddesses. That's how you know we in hell. When your own black woman ignore you, they can't see you as the son in the flesh like them, like you ain't their greatest creation. You can't tell me that son don't need to separate us, y'all. I'm just glad that that shit is happening, you know? So all of this, all the bloodlines of us that's faulty or can't understand that, male or goddess, they don't need to be of our bloodlines no more, because that's the most damage to us, and they're not going to be anything for us going forward with what's already happened to us psychologically. The damage that's been done, it would only be worse with those bloodlines of us. They need to be eradicated, y'all. You know, I'm for real. It's not sweet just because you organic and you're the son in the flesh. We are our own worst enemy, y'all. You know, I'm telling y'all, even worse than than white people. You know what I'm saying? We are our worst enemy, y'all. It's one of the saddest things, you know? Put it like this. If the changes wasn't taking place on the planet now, with the radiation and the ozone layer being removed at the same time, amongst the damage that's been done to us for children's sake, I most likely wouldn't be able to handle it. You know what I'm saying? I probably would crash out, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. The only reason why I'm not is because I know Mother Nature is handling it, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know that's the test. That's the video game. That's the tribulation. It's like as soon as you become aware of what's going on, the last of it still being portrayed and projected onto you, like it's not what's going on, what's happening, whether people lack of awareness or just thinking everything is a conspiracy theory, but you being aware, that's the attack for you to go crazy as soon as you know what's going on. You know, so you got to keep your, that's the thing about learning genetics that I feel like nobody talks about. As soon as you like know certain stuff, it's like you got to keep your sanity to not crash out amongst the fickleness that's still here in the last of the system. You feel me? So I really love y'all, man. You know, I know I haven't been on here a long time. 33, 44. The most wicked thing that's been done to us is I'm gonna be real with y'all. When I think about it, for like children's sake and just like everything, right? Probably the most if I was to think about like the most wicked, I feel mm, Oh, they turned my volume off when I was saying. But basically what I was saying, I'm not saying that children, I was just saying I met one of the most dopest white boys. And I was saying basically that like his mom and dad, I wish that I could meet them because I can tell that they're probably just like him. Because I'm not saying that children aren't different from their mom and dad, but a lot of time, especially in early ages, like teens and stuff like that, how somebody will act, it plays a basis in how their mom and dads are, for a fact. Telling y'all no lies, you know? For real. That's one of the easiest ways. You know, like if you see somebody and if their mom acts a certain way or their dad acts a certain way, that's very, very ignorantly, 9 times out of 10 the kids are probably like that too, you know? But like I said, it'd be different though, because you're understanding even right now, you know? How much kids aren't with the foul stuff that's being done to black people and calling it out, regardless of how mommy and daddy is and what they grew up on and grew up on avoiding or acting like, isn't this like what's happening? You get what I'm saying? You got to look at it. You feel me? So that's what, like I said, right is right and wrong is wrong type energy. Hey, excuse me, y'all. By any chance, would y'all happen to be able to spare like $5 for like a smart trip on the way out if y'all could? All right, thank y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Woo! When I tell y'all, and it's crazy, it's a lot of people speaking on this, right? Around genetics and stuff. The damage of like a black woman being with a white man, like, and like how interbreeding has destroyed us and stuff like that. And really what that means, even going forward, for us to continuously have that mindset and thinking that's okay. And sanity is within that. It's dangerous, y'all. Very, very dangerous. I'm gonna be real with y'all. You know? Excuse me, sweetheart. Hey, by any chance, you think you could spare like anything at all towards a smart trip at all? All right, thank you for answering me. Enjoy the rest of your day too. I want y'all to see how that shit pulsating right now. You know? See that shit? That shit pulsating. You know what I'm saying? We almost home, baby. It's the last of it, you know? You know what them lens flares mean? Y'all see the one right here? I know y'all see it in the video. What them lens flares mean? You get what I'm saying? Them lens flares is powerful. What's good with you, bro? I ain't gonna lie, I was looking at the red and the blue Kachina. I'll be like studying the sun and stuff, like the sunspots, coronal mass ejections.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like nerd stuff, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's like nerd shit. I study genetics. I don't know. Dead ass, bro. I study genetics. I practice my knowledge, like terminology. I speak to doctors specifically around the knowledge that I'm reading. I study on it, ask family members and friends to read me back questions and all types of stuff like that. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, man.
So cool. You said you needed a couple dollars or something?
Yeah, for my like smart trip and everything.
Here, let me go to my car real quick. I got you.
I appreciate that, bro. You know what's crazy? Let me tell you how energy works. You didn't know this, right? But right when you went in there, I was vouching for you and how cool you was and how you wanted the coolest white boys that I met all in this area, right?
Yeah.
They do a thing whenever I talk about vibration or something in a way that goes against the stereotypical ways of people thinking. They put my volume down, so they didn't hear me say it. So I had to I didn't even press mute on my thing. So I had to unmute it again, and then I said it again. I was like, basically, I was talking about a guy that knows me, is aware of my situation, and he doesn't carry the energy of most people in this area. He's completely different. And I said that I wish that I could meet his mom and dad, because I bet you his mom and dad is just as real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Energy is real, man. All right. Y'all know that that's real, man. I wish y'all could have heard what I was saying about him before I had to say, because I spoke of it longer. I just shortened it. You know what I mean? When they play with the volume. But this shit is just crazy, y'all. It's real. It's like, it's a lot of different battles that's taking place. Like, there's like spiritual battles, there's energy battles, there's genetic battles. It's so much stuff. And when you're really on a certain vibration, you can feel the energy, or even in whatever level of them things even I just said that's toxic, the toxicity of whatever them things that has toxicity in it, right? That's trying to be protected, y'all. You get what I'm saying? And he just came out. I didn't know he was going to come back out and help me. You know what I'm saying? I speak to him all the time, but he always has an energy of like trying to like help me, or you know, we've had like real conversations just about life and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He let me charge my phone before the shift. That's love, like, you know, and and tell me I'm lying, right? Tell me I'm lying. Like I'm talking about positive energy and stuff. And I was telling y'all how they spray, even wherever I'm at, they spray the skies more, depending on how positive the energy is. They just started 2 new ones. Tell me I'm lying, you know? I appreciate whatever you can spare, bro.
That's all I have. I wish I could give you more.
No. I appreciate anything, bro. Yeah, like, for real. The energy is more so. You see, they even spraying 2 more. Look. See? It's real, right? It's crazy as shit. Yeah. And these aren't even the 2 that I just showed you. I just looked behind them as 2 more. But yeah, it's another one right there that, or no, that's from the same one, just slowing up in the back. But yeah, man, it's crazy, bro.
You know, I literally was just about to go to work, and then I wasn't even like scheduled for today. Right?
That's how I know I was supposed to run into you today. You wouldn't even be here.
I never even see you either. That's so cool. I like come like maybe every couple of weeks. I only see you. When was the last time I saw you?
It's been probably like
a long time.
Yeah, it's probably been like a month and a half or something like that. Yeah.
You still around this area, just chilling?
Yeah, I'm handling stuff more with my son. Hold up real quick, y'all. Let me read this real quick. I be needing that positive energy, man, because
everyone does.
Yeah.
That's why I come up to you, man. I know you need the help. You need the positive energy. Because I mean, it's sad when I hear you say that all these people are mean and.
Bro, like it's like they try to like, it's like they get mad that like, and it's because I'm doing what I can for myself, right?
Yeah. Man.
That's why I'm relentless. Like if I'm like, somebody's gonna help you, you know?
You never know what someone's going through, man.
Right.
There's no reason not to help.
Right.
Because me, I have a job now. I work a bunch, make money. I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Friends help me and stuff. So I mean, I'm happy to help you.
I think it is what it is with people, man. Is like, I feel like that's one of the biggest signs when you can tell somebody's not okay within themselves. Because like you said, everybody goes through things. But as far as, I'm gonna just be real. I mean, sometimes you can be wrong. There'll be some people that be faking. But I'm gonna just say this: people see me in this area enough and see me enough to know I'm not faking my homeless situation. Like they know I'm not faking it at all. People see me here like in wild situations. I'm definitely not lying about this shit. And it offends people that I'm in such a bad situation that people look down on, regardless of knowing me, and that I'm still strong about. And I'm defiant and I'm relentless. And still they're like, how the fuck? So instead of respecting,
you just seem so.
You see the different types of people. You're like, okay, does a person respect this, or they look at this and get jealous or envious of this? Either comparing themselves, like I wouldn't be able to be that strong in that, or for any other reason not knowing me, I just don't like him, right?
Yeah.
Even if you don't like a person, that's not a reason to disrespect them if they haven't did anything to you personally. You get what I'm saying?
I don't disrespect.
So it'd be real.
Anyone for any reason.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, well, I say thank you.
I feel that too, because I'm like that too. Like
treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah, and if they be bad and you don't even respond, it says more about how they are.
Yeah,
you know.
Respond to everyone. Talk to everyone. There's no reason to ignore.
Yeah.
A second of your day is not gonna hurt you.
Right.
Someone, right.
Right. That's real.
For 10, 20 seconds, just saying what's up.
Right.
It's so easy to do.
Yeah, that's real, bro. I appreciate you, man. I gotta keep standing up when I want to dap you because it's like out of respect. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't dap no. If you learn anything from someone, never shake anybody's hand or anything sitting down, bro. Even job wise.
What are you on?
I'm on YouTube. That's why. Okay. Yeah, I started my journal on Instagram, but they literally started going at my stuff. Everything. Yeah, bro. Like I didn't know what shadow banning was. I know all that shit now, bro. Like
getting shadow banned.
Bro, like even just now, like if I speak on something really positive or something that people can relate to, right? Yeah. I'm black, you're white. They're seeing how I'm carrying myself with you, how you carry yourself with me, what we're talking about. You're like, oh no, mute that. We don't want the subscribers to see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, unreal. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm like, I've been talking. I had to unmute it. I had to press unmute it, and I had to play what I was saying.
I'll give you a subscriber.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man. I didn't even know you were doing that.
That's so like whenever you see me on here, that's what I'll be dealing with, man.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'll check up in you.
I appreciate that so much, bro. Enjoy the rest of your day also.
Man. Hope you do too.
Already. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's my dude, y'all. I ain't even on front. I rock with yo. But yeah, I wish y'all would have heard when I was talking about him earlier when the phone messed up. When the phone, it started muting what I was saying. I noticed that whenever it's like a situation where it's like I'm giving positive energy to someone or something that's like a life-changing type of situation, to have like people look at something in a different manner or something like that, that always happens, y'all. It's like they'll like try to like mute my shit, or it's like they don't want people to see certain stuff involving me or how I carry myself for people to have a different mindset, way of thinking. And I'm telling y'all, before I came here, and I'm not even speaking on the topics I was gonna speak on, but look, they going crazy though. They going crazy. I didn't even show y'all. Y'all heard him when he was talking. He was saying that there was another two behind him. The two that I showed y'all when I was talking to him, those weren't. It was another two that started right behind him also. You know. And let me tell y'all, I'm just gonna be straightforward with y'all. You can't lock down my DNA, right? My DNA can't be locked down. You can only what do you call it, the process of it, right? But the ozone layer isn't coming back, and it's about to be all gone, right? So I'm not saying this to cause anybody harm or anything. I'm just saying this off of the reality of me knowing who I am as an organic being and what's taking place on my planet amongst the distractions, right? This is what's real. So me telling y'all this, I know. Me telling y'all this, I know how dangerous it is towards these people's establishment and lies and infringed ways amongst those lies, right? For me to know the information that I do around genetics and what it means for us from all the stuff that I speak on a daily basis. I already know, you know? No matter how nice I speak of it or anything, it's just like a certain way how people will still look at it, you know? It just is what it is, y'all, you know? It's not good or bad. I don't think it's like one of them type of things. I feel like, y'all look at these flowers real quick. Y'all fuck with these ones? Yeah, I gotta take a piss, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't ate today, right? Now I'm gonna tell y'all, I'd never, even on what's today? Today's Sunday, right? Even on a Sunday, right? I never in my life on a Sunday seen so much people within a short period of time at that go to Dunkin' Donuts in just an hour alone, even a 30-minute mark, y'all. So that lets me know the level of that lets me know what's happening with people's neurons. You know what I'm saying? What's happening to people on a psychological level as far as the radiation, how it's affected people's brain, you know? Because you really got to think about it. And it really shows y'all the lack of awareness, because that's something that a lot of people do whenever they're stressed out, right? They'll, a lot of people talk of the stereotypical drugs and stuff like that, but a lot of people, when they get stressed out, they have more sugar, they eat more junk food, they eat more stuff that they shouldn't be eating that's not really good for their anatomy, whether they realize it or not. When they're stressed out, that happens pretty often. You see that a lot, right? So I'm saying this to say, y'all, I never seen this bitch be this fucking this crazy off. I'm telling y'all, when I came to this bitch, it lets me know like what are people on. I haven't ate at all today. Well, no, I'm not gonna say I haven't ate at all. I had 2 apples. I had an apple like an hour ago, and I had an apple like when I first woke up, and I just been drinking water and I eat in the sun, right? I do this daily though. I might have like some peanuts, some almonds. I got like some couple trail mixes and stuff like that. But I gotta combat these energies, y'all. I gotta combat, I can't combat these energies if I'm not either not eating, fasting, or eating wrong. With even just, I probably could eat like wrong maybe like once or twice. Hey, excuse me, goddess. Hey, by any chance, would you happen to be able to spare like $5 for a smart trip if you have it at all?
I think I have some cash. Give me 1 second.
No, take your time. I don't want to. I appreciate it. Like, only because I haven't ate meat in years, y'all. That's the only reason. That's why I tell y'all, like, if you don't eat meat at all, I feel like if I was eating meat, I'd probably be able to like eat like a really big bad meal and get away with it. You feel me? But I tried that shit without meat and just put in some junk food, some stuff that I wouldn't normally eat. And off of me not eating meat, I had like a natural reaction, y'all. And I felt like I was gonna die, So that's the only reason why I'm saying to the extent with me, because I just haven't been eating meat that long. But it's just a lot. It's a lot of energy right now. It's a lot going on, y'all. That's why I told y'all, even though me fighting for my son, this is closing out, I got a lot of good news to tell y'all. I'm still battling a lot, and just coming in the realization of that, like I'm getting back to my son, like what that's going to look like. And I know that I still can't anticipate the emotions that I'm going to feel once I like actually get back with him. Y'all get what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, guy. You from out Philly?
Yeah.
What, for real?
Yeah.
That's what's up. I'm from out Baltimore. It's the Twin Cities.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? That's
pretty much.
Look. One of my favorite rappers. He from out Philly. His name is Core.
Yeah, I know exactly.
KUR. And like actually, I have 2 people that's from out Philly that like they fuck with the music scene. I literally just gave them my number, and I guess like y'all area code is 267.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
They left when I called them when we was in the store, because I haven't seen them in a while, and I'm about to shoot a video, and I told them I saw the voice. I'm like, who is this? And then as soon as I heard him speaking stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, it's my people's. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, that's Philly's area code. Yeah. But shout out to y'all though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, Baltimore's good vibes.
Yeah. Sure. Y'all, it's a lot. What I like about Philly also is it's rugged. They get real, right? And not to be played with, but y'all classy too.
100%.
That's why it's something about that class that y'all be having. I fucks with it. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like a gangster and a gentleman with me, how I carry myself as a male. So, it's times and places when to act accordingly towards what that would be, if 100%. Necessary.
Yeah,
so
you gotta know how to read a room.
Yeah.
100%.
That's real. Enjoy the rest of your day, goddess. I appreciate that also. Hey, shout out Philly, man. Shout out Philly, bro. Shout out Philly, man. We over here trying to do better and shit. I feel like I had another water in here. Yeah, I did. Y'all hold up real quick. Yeah, you gotta have the water. You gotta be drinking the water. You know what I'm saying? All that other stuff. You gotta soak waters. I'm about to chug this water right now. And then after I chug this water, I'm about to get on my way to this bus. No, I'm gonna chop it up with y'all a little bit. Cause the guy, I feel like it wasn't even that the guy that's helped me what I need for my smart trip, right? But like I told y'all, I'm a big person on energy, right? Of course, I'm gonna be grateful. Like it's been times where I've struggled, y'all, where people have helped me financially with like being like an asshole in a way. You know what I mean? And what I mean is like they might make like a smart ass racist comment or they give me help and then as they get in the car and they're driving off, they say something to try to provoke me. I've been in all types of wild ass situations, y'all. And I haven't been reactive, but it took a lot for me not to be like that because I have another side of me. That's why even when I was saying to the guy this just now, it's like, you know, especially, I know, even as being a black person, you gotta really know how to like handle yourself because if you're not on one accord and moving properly, somebody can get you out of character that much faster, especially when we come from these certain environments where we was seeing certain ways of acting and moving like and thinking that was reg, you feel me? Thinking that shit was reg for real. And it wasn't. Like I remember the first time I came out the Commonwealth, y'all, and I came out Virginia. And the main thing what Virginia made, right? I'm gonna tell y'all what it made. Get that aluminum in his skin, you know? Make him where he gotta keep going to your sauna. You feel me? You're like, we know he barely eat. He don't eat meat. We gotta take extra steps to lock his DNA down. You feel me? They on that type of time with me. I'm just like, shit. Hold up real quick, y'all. Hold up real quick. I'm on a whole different type of time. I'm on a whole different type of time with it, y'all. Hold up. I should have showed Shorty out here. Wash my hands, right? See, I just washed this job. I just took a piss, right? I used the lower urinal, right? I just looked after I washed my hands and I seen this, right? I'm about to flush it. But peep though, whoever did, I'm like, they take a dump, they did both, right? I don't know. But that's the blood point. Because the point is this, y'all. The point is this. If you're in their right mind, right? Let me put you on game. Like, I'm not saying for a fact that it was a what do you call that person, right? I'm gonna just say this: Black people, we don't be doing ratchet shit like for real. Like we don't be doing that type of shit. Like that be like white people and shit, or not even just European people, but anyone with animal DNA. Like we don't be doing like ratchet shit for real. You get what I'm saying? Like we don't really be on that. And I'm saying this from personal experience, right? Hold up. I'm saying this from even personal. I've seen white people like in business suits too and all of that, yo. Like I seen white people like professional people like you wouldn't even think that they're on this type of time, and they'll go in the bathroom and they'll take a shit and just walk smooth out without washing their hands. I'm telling y'all, real shit. All jokes aside, y'all. I seen that shit so much times. The last man that I seen that shit, he was with his daughter. And the only reason why I spared him, because he was with his daughter. I wasn't trying to embarrass him like that or make him feel like he has to create a situation because I made him feel inadequate in front of his daughter and I left it alone. You feel me? But in my mind, like I was about to be like, bro, you a grown ass man. Wash your fucking hands. Like I was about to like really get on his ass about that shit. But I left it alone though. I left it alone. In my mind, I was like, that shit was trifling. That shit was trifling, y'all. You hear what I'm saying? I be seeing that all the time though. White men taking dumps and just walking straight out the bathroom and shit. I'm just like, what the fuck? It's crazy, y'all. Where we at? Let me see what time this bus comes and shit. Yeah, I'm in hell, but niggas ain't gonna provoke me towards some fake shit that's supposed to make me feel inadequate amongst some shit that I shouldn't even be living in life, but able to flourish just off the division of my brothers and sisters. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me all the way fucked up. My son gonna handle shit. Feel me? Hold up real quick, y'all. Let me make sure I find out when this bus coming. Hold up. I feel like oh, female stuff. Some stuff. Excuse me, my fault. But you know what I mean? But I'm really a good person, y'all. You feel me? Even though I did wild stuff in my life. But that was only because people were trying to kill me. You feel me? Like, I'm not like, I don't be wanting to cause, like, harm to people for no reason and stuff like that. I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that and shit. I just be on some strong about handle what I need to handle regardless of anything like type energy. You feel me? Like that's what I be on. Yeah, this wasn't the live for me to talk about like a lot of shit. But I might go live like later on and speak about certain stuff. You know? Like for real. I thought, yo, if I would have put a video on this shit, I swear, if I would have seen the freckles on his ears, I'd have said, Yuli, and he would have jumped right out that bitch. I guarantee it. I was looking at this man's chocolate blue nose just now. I swear to God, I thought it was Yuli. Fuck if he drove off. Yuli would have hopped out that bitch if that was my pick. Yuli would have hopped out that motherfucker. I looked over at him. I said, that better not be mine. It wasn't though. I'm about to get this sun, take this Xanax. You hear what I'm saying, y'all? Go to my little spot, work on my music, protect my energy. Not letting these people provoke me, man. You know, for real. For me, it's like my level of awareness is so crazy. A lot of shit just feels like an attack now for me. I'm not even going to front. Like I told y'all, like, I be feeling like sometimes I am racist, but I could never be racist off of what's been done to me. These people just be mad because I'm aware, regardless of them. These people, and look, y'all, they still spraying. I'm getting all of this on video. Look, they still spraying. And now they spraying over here. Where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I was just going to cross that street. Now I'm not, though. I'm going to be over here. But y'all seen it all in the video of them spraying like over me and shit. Y'all seen from when I first started it. I was there like 20 minutes before that and all that. They wasn't spraying at all. That sun has been in that spot and all of that. They wasn't spraying at all. I think it's almost safe to say, like I said, I'm saying this from a standpoint of knowing that my anatomy is changing faster than the average neuromelanated being. So my awareness is heightened off of that alone. You feel me? So as fast as me in the whole DMV area, touring over, like right above my head. And people, y'all, I'm talking about like I'm on a job on people's properties, and like three eagles come out of nowhere and start and do 3 circles over my head. You know what I'm saying? And my little brother seen it. Like type shit, like wild shit, y'all. Like wild ass shit that's been happening with other shit too. Like I'm not gonna say, but put it like this. The animals have been showing me who I am. I'm gonna just say it like that, and how important I am. And even so right now. But I know I'm in a slave state. I know everything, the information that I had, it was to happen. I know that I'm amongst people that try to invalidate what I'm saying and think that that's going to have me not talk about it no more. But that just gives me more juice to talk about it, because I really don't give a fuck. You get what I'm saying? I never gave a fuck. So I come from that level of ignorance. So me having that level of ignorance and having the awareness that I do now about what's taking place and going forward, what that's going to look like, trust me, I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks about me personally, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God, I don't. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to walk with it, because I got a little bit of time anyway. Let me see something. It's 1:13. I got 20 minutes. We're going to walk a little bit. But y'all feel what I'm saying, though? So, nah, I don't give a fuck. I'm really one of those people. Like, some people don't be giving a fuck, but I'm really one of them people, y'all. I'm really one of those people. Going this lower bot. Half the day's almost over. I know these punishments is gonna be given out. Niggas can't tell me shit, because I'm like, look, ain't nobody done or doing what I'm on in the slave state. Ain't nobody on what I'm on in Baltimore. You feel me? Ain't nobody on what I'm on out DC. You feel me? They might. I'm not saying that you can't find someone here and there and might say something slight on genetics and stuff, you know, and to say like we're different, but not like in a way how I do, or even staying on it. Like that's not their main thing. Whatever their channel is about, you might hear them mention it here and there, but it's not in a way of the severity of us not knowing that, how it's holding us back, and how people are like capitalizing off of us, not looking at it for really what it is and what it means to us. You feel me? So nobody else is doing that but me, and been doing it over the years but me. Ain't no motherfucking financial situation stop me from that. You feel me? Poor or not, house or not, money or not, ain't changed shit. You feel me? Harassment from slave catchers ain't changed shit. You know? Nothing changed that. I'm too defiant, you know? Like I'm gonna be me, whether I'm noticed or not. Like that's what people don't understand. Like I would never stop being me off of someone not noticing me for me. You know? I would never do that. I might do the Xanax in a little bit. I got the official Xanax though. Told you I was gonna get them bitches. Got the official tissue. Got the official junk. I love Xanax, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I love Xanax. I'm not saying it's the best way and stuff. I'm not saying I'm addicted to it and I do it all the time. I'm not saying none of that. But I am saying I'm at war though. And my biggest war is dealing with these people trying to provoke me on a daily basis. Even if I'm not on here, I haven't even been going on live. But definitely, if y'all come to any area that I'm at, when I go on live, and when I say certain things, you're gonna feel the energy of the vibration switch. How I affect everybody. It's like when I come, it's like I slice the fake shit. I slice it open. You feel me? And you could tell when I come, I'm like a knife and I slice it open, because you can tell how everybody starts acting. Everybody starts getting like uncomfortable. And I'm not saying this for like, people feel comfortable around me, y'all. But I'm saying, like, when I'm about to go on live, I pull out my phone like, oh, he about to go live. He about to talk about the sun. He about to talk about what I'm trying to act like isn't going on. And he knows it, and he's gonna talk about it. I know he is. Nothing is gonna stop him, you know? That type of shit. I'm too rebellious, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Telling you my whole biofield is strong as shit. It's strong. You feel me? That's why it's like I make people reactive, even if I'm not trying to, just because of my energy. You feel me? I didn't even need to look at that car, but I know how that car revved up. You telling me what he saw me put the phone on the thing? So whoever that was in that car, that would mean that they know what's going on. But I told y'all, a lot of these white people and whoever that was, they could have been a black person in that car. But I doubted it was, though. And I'm not saying that ignorantly, because I could tell that's a fast car of some money or whatever. I didn't even see, I think it was a Mustang. But I know the level of cognitive dissonance in the area, that's in this area. So people do shit like that because they know my financial situation, like as if like I'm going to stop speaking on truth just because I'm financially struggling and I'm on a walk and you pass by me fast in a fast car. You get what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't even look at that shit of really value no more. I just look at them. Y'all know how I look at cars? Let me tell y'all how heightened my thought process is. Y'all know how I look at cars, yo? I look at cars, right? I look at cars as just something that's put in place that's suffocating the whole planet. That's how I look at cars. And that's why you see that the grass comes out of the concrete and the asphalt. It shouldn't even be on the planet. You get what I'm saying? But the people that label this as okay for us to deem it as regular reality, these people don't give a fuck about nature. You know? They don't give a fuck about nature. You think that they care when they put some more asphalt? Let me put my locks out, yo. You think they care? You think they care about you think that they care about whatever trees that they gotta cut down to put that office there? Y'all think they care about what y'all think? Y'all think they care about that shit? No. They don't care about that shit. We in hell, y'all. You know? We in hell. So you must know this. I know niggas be mad. They like, damn. When he goes live, whatever he's speaking about, like he can't be controlled. He can't be controlled by how much people is in his lives or not, or if we're responsive or not to him. He just keeps being him regardless. I'm just like, you already know. Regardless of my energy switch ups and stuff, off of my stress and my trauma, all together, I'm happy as shit, because the abuse that's been upon me and is acting like I haven't been abused, right? That's not gonna be in place no more. To do that to the next black children, you get what I'm saying? Like, they're not gonna be affected by that shit amongst evil ass people, even our own, that want to act like it's not detrimental for us. Like, there's gonna be no shit like that, you know? And that makes me feel good. That brings me peace. That brings me peace, that I know that the changes that's taking place on the planet due to the radiation is stopping all of this, you know? So regardless if I'm validated or not, or the next person validated or not, regardless of how much followers they have or anything, or who tunes in,